Alright, let me just make sure that this is working, and I just leaked all my socials. But yeah. How do I know if I'm going live? This is kind of concerning. I feel like a boomer right now where I don't know anything. Is there a stream link in here? There was concerning. I feel like a boomer right now where I don't know anything. Okay, so now that I found it, I'm gonna just tweet this shit out real quick. Sorry, it's my first time doing this ever, so. All right. And I don't really expect anyone in here, but if that happens, it happens. For now, I'ma just do me. I guess I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna get in a. Ooh, let's take a look at this tournament here. It is a NFL best ball, 5 max entries, 4-round tournament where you gotta be a top 4 finisher through the first 14 weeks, 15 weeks. No, sorry, 14 weeks. Week 15, you'll play 5 other people. You gotta be 2 of them, and then same thing happens. I'm so stupid right now. Yeah. Week 16, same thing. And then 992 people will play for this prize pool, which includes a 20K for first, 10K for second, 5K for third. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's gotta be a tax thing. But yeah, this looks pretty interesting, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, streaming is kind of hard when you know that there's no one else watching. So, I mean, shit, I don't really care. I'm doing this for fun. I would be like sitting here drafting anyway. But yeah. It's just while I'm drafting, I guess everyone is gonna be seeing me, question mark? I have no idea. Because like technically this is going live on YouTube, like anyone can pop in, but yeah. So we're just gonna wait for this one to fill here real quick. I'm gonna try my best not to just like end up scrolling a bunch on TikTok, because I do know you can't do that. You will get in trouble. I'm not trying to get a copyright strike before I even have the ability to make money on these. So good old Spurs win today. And yeah, okay, this is still working. Awesome. There is some latency, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. The idea here in any of these basketball tournaments is to really at least make it to the second round. Obviously, it would be great to win one of these, but playing the average, playing the arbitrage is where you will make the most money in these kind of tournaments. I know everyone is always, you should play for the win, and there are factors that will add to the win here, but more often than not, you are not going to win one of these. There are a lot of people in these for that reason. So playing for the money, not playing for the win. That is my strategy on how I do these and what I am really interested in here when it comes to fantasy. So yeah. Shout out whoever that one viewer is. You are lit, dude. Yeah. We're just waiting on this draft if you want to hop in. I actually... Never mind. I actually don't really know how to exactly, like, interact with the chat before. I'm assuming it's just like having a normal conversation with someone. But, yeah. We're just gonna make do with what we have here. And let's see. Okay, draft finally fills. Picking at position number 3 here. Number 3 is nice. I do like the ability to, if you want to switch it up, you can. You can go Puka and then Puka JSN over Jamar Chase. For me, this is my first draft in this. I don't think I've gotten the 3rd position a lot in any of my drafts. So Jamar Chase is the one for me. Now, we do have some teams that, like, especially in these $6 buy-ins and these sub-$20 non-Best Ball Mania buy-in leagues, where you do see people try to, like, change up how their odds are going and, like, draft a little bit more risky just because they played in so many drafts. That is not me. I am a 21-year-old college student. I am not doing that, and we see that we get Jamar Chase in this one. So, yeah. Basic ideology here. I am obviously one of these guys who is working on my own tool. I'm a software engineer for a living. I will not be showing it on stream or anything, but it is a very, I would say, unique. You see Amon-Ra go at 6, jumps his ADP here. Where the fuck is my water bottle? I left my water bottle downstairs. Let's make our next 2 selections, and I'll probably just go run down and get it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, you see CMC Jonathan Taylor. I think that's a flip in ADP here too, which is interesting. Team at 7 may have also pre-selected McCaffrey, just assuming that's what they were gonna get. But yeah, there are a lot. As you can see here, I'm not the most experienced when it comes to these kind of drafts in comparison. I actually don't know what these draft badges mean. Highly experienced silver. I think this is experienced. Yeah, and this is, yeah. So, bronze. That is my goal, to get a bronze badge one day. But yeah, already 9 minutes in on the stream. We see Ashton Genty Saquon go at the turn here. I will say that I know that a lot of people believe that it's Kevin Patullo, but for Barkley not to be injured last year and to have the kind of production that he did, I'm not the strongest fan of Saquon Barkley going into this next season. I don't think that he is going to be doing that well in these drafts. So, then again, I'm my own person. I have my own opinions. I hate the fucking Eagles. So, yeah. Get Drake London, CeeDee Lamb. That's a very nice pairing there. Derrick Henry, same kind of thing. He did kind of do better at the end there. I think the changing coaching staff may help him out here, but I wouldn't feel too great about taking him. It's just the age. It's really nothing else. It's just the age. I think he's a great, phenomenal player. One of the greatest running backs of all time, honestly. But age catches up. I know I have a team with Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, so I don't want to have to take Bowers here. But I wouldn't be too worried. And okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, George Pickens is going to be my best player in this situation. So I will take that, and we are looking at this turn here to see who we end up with. 2 wide receiver starts generally means that I'm going to slam running backs through these next 3-4 rounds. I don't like taking too many 5 running back teams, but these next 4 to 5 rounds I want at least 3 running backs to be drafted there. With the exception, maybe I will take like Joe Burrow here to stack with Jamar Chase, but we will see. Neighbors is actually not gonna go here for me. Javonte is kind of far down here. I don't mind going AJ Brown here. 3 wide receivers start is interesting. I will be back. Can I do this? Just awesome. Yeah, I'll be back. All right, y'all. Go lock up. Trey McBride falls here. 33. We see Malik Neighbors go. Yeah, I'm not saying that Malik Neighbors is bad at all, obviously, but do I want? Oh, Rashi goes. Our team at 10 here is pretty interesting. This is a what if everything goes right. Obviously, Kyler is a better quarterback than J.J. McCarthy, and Justin Jefferson is still one of the most talented receivers of all time. So, hoping that works out well. And it's not Justin Jefferson who's taking a slip back. Yet, Devon Achane, who, same thing, horrible offense, great player. And then you get the guy who's literally rehabbing knee injury in jail. So, it's a pretty interesting selection pool here. We are going to take a look at who we have here coming up. I really don't think we'll have to reach on Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's ADP indicates that we would directly get him here, or he might go at the turn, actually. What does his ADP say? Okay, so Joe Burrow generally goes around the turn. As long as the team that takes T. Higgins doesn't jump on him, I'm not too pressed. I would also be okay with taking Drake May under the assumption that A.J. Brown does go to the New England Patriots, which I think is a pretty fair assumption given everything that we found out. I guess we found out in literally 2 days. Have the Dak Prescott potential. So 3 wide receiver start definitely gives us more potential here at quarterback than we get from a running back heavy start. You can see the team at 2 did the exact opposite as us. They don't believe in receiver. They know that we are going to go. This is exactly what we want to see. We just saw after we drafted receiver in the time where we need running backs, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 receivers go to 2 running backs, and that's not a running back I'm ever drafting anymore. Yeah, I think everyone is aware of the Josh Jacobs situation at this point. If you live under the largest rock ever, if you are someone who likes to go outside and not sit on Twitter all day, then you may not know that Josh Jacobs is allegedly beating, or has allegedly beat Ash Cash, and I don't know why I'm laughing. That's actually not a laughing matter, but yeah, he went to jail overnight. Hold up real quick, we're on the clock. I don't like the idea of going with the tight end here, just because of the lack of running back depth that we have here. Cam Scatteroo as running back 1 is not bad, but it's not the greatest in this kind of league. But yeah, going back to what I was saying. Yeah, we do see that. Oh wow, he reaches for DJ Moore just to get the Josh Allen stack. Yeah, he comes out of jail because they don't charge him, and there's a lot of positive news coming from his lawyer, but again, lawyer speak is always to spin the positive PR while they're still awaiting trial, so you have no idea what that actually means. And yeah, at this moment we are not too pressed. Obviously, if we somehow don't see T. Baggins, I didn't even see that. That dude's name is T. Baggins, and he drafted T. Higgins. He must love the position he's in, because I'm going to see Joe Burrow go off at 60. Not 61, I'm going to see it at 60. And I'm going to cry. Which sucks. Oh. I lied. Jaden Daniels went over here, I guess, because of the Terry McLaurin stack, but I feel like you would have gotten him on the other way back. Joe Burrow does go. And with Jaden Daniels going that early, I am a little bit stressed that we will not get Drake May. I really do not want to take... I do want to take the elite quarterback here, considering we are relying a lot on the passing game, taking 3 elite receivers in the first 3 rounds. There is no one else that should be jumping for Drake May here. Well, assuming that they're playing correctly. This team here, sorry, at 2, I didn't even see this. They go Lamar Jackson instead of going receiver. So 4 running backs, 1 QB. I think they're going to be super behind on receiver. Again, these kind of formats in like the best ball format on Underdog, where it's, even though it's a half PPR, it's a 3 wide receiver, 2 flex league every week. I just don't know if I would do the same. Can we get Drake May on the way back? We might be able to. I just don't want to take that risk. I wouldn't mind taking Drake May and then running back around and getting Ramondre Stevenson so we can have... Ooh. I would mind because we already have Travion. Yeah, having Travion here makes Drake May even more appealing. So we will just take Drake May and move forward. So this kind of team is going to be significantly betting on the Patriots with our 3rd, 5th, and 6th pick, we are assuming that these are all Patriots that will do well. He doubles up here and takes Mekhi Lemon, Jalen Hurts. I've seen that at the turn very often, actually. So, not too surprising. I like Tony Pollard here. I think Tony Pollard is underrated. He will get you 20-point weeks, which is really all you need out of a 7th round running back. Yeah. So, as I said, within the next 4 to 5 rounds, I want to draft another 3 running backs. Here, I'm okay with opening it up to whatever other positions we're going to find available here. At 94, who are we really looking at? Blake Corum. Blake Corum is someone that I am actually very optimistic about. I do think that the split backfield is not the greatest, but we saw what he did in Michigan. We saw what he did last season, where he was able to get a lot of touches, even in a primary role with Kyron. And the idea here is, what if Kyron misses time? What if they take the stronger running back and they split the time to avoid injury, which is, in my opinion, very possible, all things considered. What if, because of the Green Bay Packers situation, either Blake Corum or we see with Kyron Williams, either of them get traded in order to fulfill that hole, which that last one would be crazy if that happens, but it could. So this is the NFL. This is the league where Micah Parsons was traded. And I'm saying that acting as if I'm assuming this is the CeeDee Lamb team. This is the CeeDee Lamb team. Great. That makes sense. I think it might be, yeah, just so y'all could see this a little bit better. This team at 12 has a pretty nice build, actually, with a 5 receivers after taking 2 elite running backs, I guess. Not to throw shade, I just don't. I think Ashton Genty is a great running back, but I think the kind of hype that he's getting because of his college tape, where he has shown flashes, but will still remain in a rookie-led / Kirk Cousins-led offense. I'm just not really comfortable taking him at his price right now. If he was going around like 16, 17, my bad. But yeah, if he was going around then, I would feel ecstatic if he fell to us. So I know you guys can't see my exposures in Underdog, but my most drafted player right now is Kyle Monangai, and thank God he goes because, I think it's RJ Harvey actually. And I was planning on taking Michael Wilson, but we will go Blake Corum here because I do not want too many RJ Harvey shares. Yeah, RJ Harvey and Kyle Monangai were my 2 most drafted players across all my drafts, which are 2 players that you don't really want to be too heavily invested in like that. So I have been purposefully making myself chill. See Stafford get reached on here. Here I don't mind taking Harold Fannin. Add to our tight end room. I'm usually never really focusing on tight end just because this is best ball, and I think if you take 3 tight ends, 1 tight end is going to get you 10 to 15 points, which is really all you need at that position. Again, there's the elite names right here: Brock Bowers, Terry McBride. Yeah, I don't love the price here on Colston Loveland. I think I've drafted him in 1 draft specifically. Tyler Warren, again, that offense, like, there's a lot to be discussed on what is really going to happen there. Yeah, in this range, I think we're good on running back for a while. I wouldn't mind skipping out on running back for another, like, at least 5 picks, bolstering up our receiver room, maybe getting a secondary QB on this next pick. What Fannin does too is gives us the idea of giving a QB shot to someone like a Shador Sanders, a Deshaun Watson, at the end of the draft here. But yeah, we have all of our elite receivers, QBs out of the window. So what we could do is take a look ahead to what QBs could fall to us. We actually may not be getting any of these guys. We may be stuck getting the Malik Willis's Cam Ward, who I don't mind to somehow claim that Tony Pollard would do anything with Cam Ward. But yeah, this is where the big run on QBs is about to happen. May not have been the worst idea to reach on Purdy and get a George Kittle on the way back. I think George Kittle, yeah, that might have been a better move. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Niner fan, bang bang, but I just don't know how viable we're gonna see George Kittle next season. I think that he may take on more of a blocking role. It is his Achilles. He is now, 36 years old, if I'm not mistaken. George Kittle is 32 years old. I don't know where I got 36 from, actually. But, yeah. We're about to be on the clock here. Tyler Shuck goes. I don't mind taking any of these receivers, honestly. I think I'm pretty light on all of them. We can just be like, what if the New England Patriots defy all the odds, or what if the New England Patriots are behind in every game that they play and they are throwing the ball? Ramondre Stevenson is not playing. Travion Henderson is there for the explosive game. But yeah, that is what we are going off of here in this one. I don't like going running back here. I think it is prudent to reach on Cam Ward, and we can probably in here take one of the later. We could take Jameer DK at the end of the draft if we really wanted to. I really don't think I want to do that, but oof, that is quite brutal, actually. I don't know if that was the reach. I think we could have waited on getting a better player there, but we could also look at Gunnar Helm. Yeah, Gunnar Helm is actually definitely not an elite name, but a name that I don't mind getting here to bolster up some of our stacks here. I guess Romeo Doubs is if AJ Brown doesn't go, Romeo Doubs is going to be elite. Fallback here. I think if AJ Brown's not there, Travion Henderson, again, rookie running back, showed immense capabilities. He is a split back running back, but the way that he runs, he basically is going to generate fantasy points no matter what. Catches the ball quickly, but yeah. It has been a long day for me. I woke up this morning and judged a hackathon, and that was pretty nice, because a lot of my friends are in that, so pretty cool seeing those guys. It's been a while, and now I get to, oh, this doesn't show up, that's pretty cool. Now I get to sit here, sit back, and do some drafts with y'all. Jalen Coker goes, so he's gonna have ideas of taking Bryce Young, I'm assuming. Say it likely. I would have only taken Coker if I could have gotten Young. Did I end up taking? No, I didn't. I took Romeo Dobbs. God damn it. So, like, sometimes I think of, like, taking players in my head. Like, I assumed I took Jaden Higgins because I thought I did in my head. Always good to verify, I guess. Again, you get the Cleveland option here, but I do want to pick up another player here, like a Rashid Shaheed, and maybe take Sam Darnold with him. And not have to deal with someone as horrible as Deshaun Watson. It's looking kind of nice. If Malik Willis falls, I could take him unstacked. I really don't give two shits. I don't think the Malik Willis stacks, unless you're getting Devon Achane, is much more advantageous than just not having him at all. So, where's Malik Willis? Or who has Devon Achane? Over here. Yeah, he's really begging that comes back to him. Brutal run out for him. I will be taking Rashid Shaheed. I will be praying that Sam Darnold comes to us here. I'm not thinking that it will happen, but fuck it, a man can try. Realizing that I just upgraded my MacBook. I'm realizing I still don't have USB ports. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Sam Darnold goes. That is definitely a snipe. This guy does not have JSN. Sam Darnold on a team with is that not a single Seattle Seahawk? There's not a single Seattle Seahawk on this team. That is so annoying. We will take Omar Cooper here and just let it ride. I hate taking Jets, if I'm being honest. I have a Titan and a Jet on my team. I don't know if Jonah Coleman is the truth here. I actually was a big fan of Jonah Coleman's, but I mean, I think it's pretty hard to do well if you're Jonah Coleman in this situation. Just because there's, like, that chance that he will play, but not too much of a chance here. And let me put up the draft board in the meantime. Yeah, if y'all don't follow me on TikTok, I just randomly had a TikTok of mine go viral, and I think the hype might be dying just because the game is over. Yeah, maybe I'll throw my TikTok on here too. Assuming that it is just going to be this. Let's see. Could be legendary. I was a little scared there for a second, and then I realized my singing is so shit that it's not gonna matter. How is my thing logged in? Okay, can I just log in using my account? I'll use a QR code. This is like, as a former TikTok engineer, I am deeply disappointed on the web app. I was trying to find my link. Oh, do I have to like do something? Log in. Okay. I pressed it.
Hello, how you doing? Must be not.
Wow. Anyway, we are not on the clock yet, so I will continue trying to promote myself. It is the @ symbol. Awesome. Is it for Becky Hammond? Alright, we're about to be on the clock here, and let's see what we're running with. We could always go Tajay Spears. I guess since we didn't get Sam Darnold, I don't really know. I don't like the idea of reaching on Gunnar Helm, of all people, but we may have to. And why don't we take TJ Hawkinson and then come back down to Gunnar Helm? So we should have a pretty solid group of guys here at the least. Okay. So actually this doesn't even look as bad because the other tight end names go and he is now the next tight end. And I think that toe injury thing that dropped his ADP by like 5 is really stupid. I just saw this tweet over here by Jeremy Sochan, orange and blue, as if he doesn't remember his roots. I get it. We waived him. It must suck to be him. I loved him. He just wasn't that good. And shit happens, man. With Harold Fannin on our team, not now Keldon, now Keldon. Rudy Gobert, great basketball. Reposted by the NBA. Okay, I don't know why I got so deep into just reading my Twitter. I am going to now edit my stream so I can throw in the IG. Or throw in my TikTok, which update. Yeah, so my TikTok is now my most clouded platform, and definitely not by followers, but excuse me, as far as views go, 100%. Still getting likes on a TikTok about Game 7 after Game 7 is over. This is like a prelude. We got some time. It's me and my little going, you free on Saturday? Fuck no. So, yeah, very original concept. Totally not a trend. Use the trending audio. Will not say which one because that's not allowed. Yeah. I guess you just gotta keep posting and hope that you hit. This is actually an addiction. They don't talk about this enough. This is an addiction. But yeah, I've been meaning to get into the YouTube short game. I might try it. Marshawn Lloyd is going in these drafts now, and this must be the Josh Jacobs team. It is not. That would have been a nice pick if I could have gotten him. I have no Calvin Ridley shares. So I think that Ted Hurst is significantly better at this day and age, obviously. But I will take Calvin Ridley here in the hope that even though they bolstered up that room, that it means something. And we would not get Deshaun Watson otherwise. Quarterback down here is just so messy. I will just wait, honestly. Take the last quarterback. I might just take a running back here. Because I think Drake May has arguably cemented himself. I will take Emmanuel Wilson because I believe there's more guaranteed volume here than you get out of Mike Washington. But yeah, I think that I'm not too worried here at quarterback. I will take who I get. You do see some elite speed from Cam Ward, and depending on how his game evolves, he definitely has more weapons now. They definitely changed the way that offense works. We just saw a team in like the New England Patriots take a second year quarterback all the way to the NFL Super Bowl. And that is due to how insanely good that team got with building everyone around him, giving them one elite receiver in Diggs. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to go for here. That's the game plan. And for all 0 of our viewers, and maybe someone who views part of this stream later, we will be getting into another one. Because my life is boring right now, and I have nothing else to do. Yeah, some more context on me. I'm a software engineering intern right now at Google. Shout out. I don't know why I'm hitting this, but shout out. So I spend my days coding. Spend a lot of my nights coding. I'm actually working on a couple side projects on my own. But yeah. I'm constantly abusing my Claude in order to see how well I can move forward here. I'm not seeing any of these QB names come off. So if Jacoby Brissett falls, I will be taking him unstacked because he is the better player. I'm also thinking about taking 8 receivers here. Oh, I just love taking receivers so much, and I think receivers are so beautiful. I cannot take Tua. The issue with Deshaun Watson then becomes in week 11, my team is going to suck. I gotta hope that they do pretty well here. I will take Jacoby Brissett then to avoid that week 11 bye. Mainly have anti-bye quarterbacks. I don't think Jacoby Brissett will be a starting quarterback in this league by the time that we even get to his bye week, but that's why I take him with literally the 214th pick. I don't mind this. And let's take a look here real quick before we hop in another one. We got Drake May, Cam Ward, Jacoby Brissett. QB rooms have seen better. I'll be honest, but it's okay. I don't hate it. Cam Scatterboo, Travion Henderson, 2 elite second-year running backs that both have showcased a lot of talent. For Cam Scatterboo, it's going to be staying healthy. For Travion Henderson, it's going to be what percentage of the backfield he will see if we see a Ramondre Stevenson injury, which is actually a lot more likely depending on everything. Tony Pollard, who is technically the RB1, but he splits a lot of time with Tyjae Spears. Blake Corum, who I just love his ADP value. And Emmanuel Wilson, who may get some reps during the Jadarian Price era, knowing how the Seahawks like to play football. We might just get one Emmanuel Wilson game where he gets like 3 touchdowns. So, betting on that. Receiver is definitely where we're the strongest. We got Jamar Chase, George Pickens, A.J. Brown, who I expect weeks of every week to be these 3 other than 6, 14, and 10. We got Romeo Doubs, we got Shaheed, we got Omar Cooper Jr., and Calvin Ridley, just more of a stack option here. And to round out our tight ends, we do have a decent tight end. I think he's going tight end 4 or tight end 5 here, which I think is pretty solid, honestly, overall. Again, not too worried about tight end. Just need to make sure that there's someone playing every week. And yeah, we will hop into another draft here. Tua doesn't go at all, which is very interesting. I haven't seen many drafts where you don't fill out these last 2 QBs. These guys usually go. Mike Gesicki doesn't go. To me, Mike Gesicki is a very interesting value pick because I think that he he does have a good amount of games where he does pretty well. And I don't know. I don't know. But I guess I don't know. Awesome. This one I don't have to wait as long. To do anything here. Yeah. It's filled. Can I get my... Oh my god. I think I've only gotten the first overall pick one other time. Let's fucking go. I love Bijan Robinson here. I know a lot of people like Jahmyr Gibbs. I just have negative teams with Bijan. So I am more than happy with taking Bijan first overall here. Let's fucking go. Whew. I think I've gone the second overall pick a couple of times, and I've gotten Bijan in those once. But yeah, I have a decent amount of Jahmyr Gibbs. A pick I don't end up getting a lot of is 8, which I don't hate. Regardless of the draft, every year I don't like. And that's generally in redraft because I'm not a huge guy that's usually doing these kinds of drafts, but yeah, we will take Bijan. Whew, this looks good. I'm already pretty happy with how this draft is going. Gibbs goes at 2. Let's see, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith-Njigba, either Amon-Ra or Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and then it's variable. Vikes fan. Interesting. Jason Sensation. People had some interesting names. As you can see, this is my name. Nice to meet y'all. JT. Amon-Ra. Okay, my fault. CMC. CMC. Now, I've seen some crazy drafts where CMC has fallen to the second round. Obviously, we will never get him. Obviously, he doesn't have. And we would never get him in our position, but could be quite interesting. Yeah. Sorry. Trying to keep thinking here on things I can talk about. I'm sorry, is CD Lamb going 12? That guy is feeling great. He's gonna get a very unique lineup if he chooses, like, I guess it's not overly unique. I guess these guys do have, like, some variability in them. But he goes Drake London, which we literally just saw in the previous draft, so we know happens. I'm not messing with that pick. You get lucky here and get CD Lamb. I take the next best player. For me, Devon Achane, and then Omarion Hampton. And then Saquon, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, Brock, Jeremiah Love. Basically, for me, Derrick Henry's in like a no draft list. I know if I create rankings for y'all one day, he's got to be somewhere. But yeah. You see Brock Bowers go at 20 with JSN. That's pretty standard here. I would like a running back, but we don't need one. I like the running back start because then I can build a receiver here. If we somehow get Jeremiah Love, that would be amazing. Straight through my fucking hands. We just took AJ Brown in one. I don't feel comfortable taking Malik Neighbors at this moment here, and I will take Brees Hall. That's really disgusting. I don't like this at all. And now that we've taken the elite tight end option without taking a receiver, we are super behind on receivers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 out of 5 of these should be receiver. Guaranteed. Who are we getting? We're getting 3 running back options, but guaranteed that someone here is going to fall, which I would love Terry here. If we can get him, I don't mind Jalen Waddle. I was originally taking a lot of him. Kind of slowed down a little bit because I think his ADP settled in. And yeah. Yeah, I'm putting a lot more money into these drafts than I thought I would originally. I may need to chill a little bit. It is just May. But I also haven't drafted in like 3 days. So 1 draft a day is basically how I do it. You're not going to see these live streams at all of that this often. I'm just trying to create content, to be honest. I make TikToks. Not really on IG like that. I've been posting on my X, but yeah. Yeah. Telling my girl to wait a little bit. I was thinking I might do a chess stream. And not post this one if I do. I do want to see, though, if I go onto YouTube, and you guys are going to get a great look at my recommended here, and look at my channel. See me live here, but you got to go to the live section. I don't really know how I can add this in over there. That picture was such a stupid idea. Yeah, that makes sense. People are not gonna look at it because of that. I hate when it does that and it doesn't load how many pixels away you are, but that's okay. I think I might do a chess stream after this. Not sure who's into that. I'm not very good at chess. I just am literally doing anything here. Yeah. All these games at like damn near nothing. And I'm 2 picks away, so I'm about to hit the clock here. And yes, Terry or Mike Evans falls. And if I can get Mike Evans and get a Purdy team in here, if I get Mike Evans, I'm putting on the McCaffrey jersey right now. He's a 3 running back team. There's no way he doesn't take Mike Evans. Yeah. You guys will have to wait to see it. So I spent 2 years in Texas, San Antonio, and beyond. but I'm an avid Spurs fan, but I didn't really watch a lot of football until a little bit later, and I forgot that this is a double. So I'm going to take Waddle here before my timer runs out. We go receiver, and I feel a lot better now. I think that taking two number one options in the 4-5 turn, we are pretty much stacked on every position here. We have the opportunity to take Jaden Daniels if he falls. And then more than likely we're going to end up taking, I think, a Bo Nix here. Wherever he goes. Down here. Yeah. Which is great. Yeah. Not a great chess player, but yeah. Yeah, just my girlfriend really wants to learn how to play chess because I play a good amount of chess now. And by play a good amount, again, I'm not good, but I like to play. So here she is, trying to accept my interests. I could totally do dating advice content, except, yeah, I just wouldn't want people to flame me for an incorrect opinion, which I guess is how people get views, but yeah. Legendary, da 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 da. But yeah, I'm trying to up my stuff, trying to get to a point where I can throw in some ad revenue and really do this stuff, you know, like really get into it. Streaming mainly in the nights in PST does suck because most people in the world are asleep. Gotta make do, right? Like, I have no options here. If Jaden Daniels falls somehow, I would fucking cream. I find it unlikely, but at the same time, there's no other team here that has the stack. They may go for a stack later on, which is really likely here with just looking at the kind of player that the kind of player he is. Yeah. It is very interesting to me how, like, certain players get their ADP, like, basically adjusted based on how, what the fuck, 32? Yeah, okay. Gotta remember here we're going back to back. I don't really know what she's trying to do here with that move. I kind of wanted to castle other side, but yeah. She's trying to kick out. Oh, you fucking asshole. He's just mad that Joe Burrow got sniped here. By a guy who does not need Joe Burrow, by the way. We just took Drake May. I don't really mind taking Marv here. I have like almost no Marv. And then we can take a Makai Lemon to add to our receiving room here. This will be a probably one tight end lineup here. I will be aiming, I guess, for the Brissetts of the world. But yeah, so I guess I can describe her position to y'all a little bit here. She's pretty well developed here. Honestly, like, her issue is that she doesn't know how to make waiting moves or continue attacking. But yeah, being a Spurs fan is fucking great because I've been getting so many random people that have been hitting, or not randoms, but people I don't even talk to for so long. Because they remembered that I'm a Spurs fan. It's a big part of my personality. I mean, you'll see my girl's text, but Steph Castle took over my girl on my phone. Like, this is my general wallpaper. That's Steph Castle. And if the Spurs lost today, she would have been back. Steph Castle is staying. And I don't think that I mind it. I think that she might mind it, but I don't really care. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some Twitter while we are up here, 22 picks away. Again, big Kawhi fan. If y'all don't know me, I'm doing anything for the engagement, so I'm looking for goddamn new ass tweets. Yeah, like I want like fresh tweets that are still being interacted with. To set a reply, maybe make someone look at my profile who has nothing going on right now. But yeah. I mean, this is true. Like, I fucking... Does this work? It does not. Oh, you know what would have been fire? King Julian. Yeah, I might be like a little bit special. Anyways, we're gonna have to reach on Bo Nix here. I really don't want to take Blake Corum again. I don't want to take Harold Fannin again. I would love to take Quentin Johnson. We're going to take Jacoby Myers. And then we are going to take Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Because there's no way that I'm getting Bo Nix on the other way around. And I do want to have a stacked quarterback here. Taking a look at the team so far, we have the single quarterback in Bo Nix. This will be a 3-quarterback team. At this point, we are back to getting some more running backs on the board because we have 5 receivers and 2 for sure number 1 receivers, 2 people who will take like a decent target share, and Jacoby Myers is kind of like this like X in my opinion. If Brian Thomas has a great season and a bounce back, I think that Jacoby Myers is not going to be as useful. And obviously I think this is Preston, but yeah. I don't have to root for the Knicks. Achilles. Did someone? Oh. Shay's only ring is when Tyrese tore his Achilles. Yo, chain fake. Nah. That clip is so funny. I mess with it so hard. Because Bronny obviously grew up with money, so he knows what he's talking about. Doing spring workouts? Wow. I did not see this. Obviously I see generally fantasy news, and Gunnar Olszewski doesn't make fantasy news, but holy fuck. 3 players and you're telling me that they... this is a very optimistic team. And I might have to think about the way that I'm thinking about my New York Giants here. Not mine, like as if I'm a fan of them. No, I'm not a fan of the New York Giants, but yeah. Let's see what the lady's saying. So she goes pawn a4 here. And I will simply not do that. I will just take. Hoping she takes back. And then I open myself up here for some pretty interesting ideas. Yeah, awesome. That took 4 picks off the board, or maybe 5 picks. I don't think I saw Golden go. No one's in the chat. If someone is somehow watching an hour into this as a video format, please let me know why my scrolling stops sometimes. I'm very confused, and I would really not want it to keep happening. We will take a Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Again, we're doing this unstacked nonsense, but yeah, we have the elite tight end name here. So I don't really want to go tight end here. And we will take Aaron Jones. I think I'm very weak on Aaron Jones. So in a chance where these two can't even put up like 15 points, you will have that from Aaron Jones, I think, almost weekly. You may get one vintage Aaron Jones running week. But yeah, I think that Jordan Mason is a better player, but I'm taking Aaron Jones just because of my lack of exposure here. And at his price, I'm not really the most opposed to him. Did she not realize she could just take back? I will continue to march this motherfucker forward. Yeah, she's actually a very bright girl. She's at UCLA, but chess, you know. This is why I don't like the narrative that, like, you gotta be smart to be good at chess. You don't at all. I'm not smart. And then she hits me with, "You're exhausting my pawn population." What the fuck? For such a smart woman, I don't really know what goes through her head sometimes. But yeah, Malik Willis goes here. Okay, we are at that point in the draft. We are at the point of the draft where we might have to double draft quarterback here. And let's see who we have in options. I really do want to hit up Jacoby Brissett again, which is kind of concerning because I will be 100% Jacoby Brissett in this tournament, but this does make sense considering. I don't mind taking my second tight end here and taking a QB along with it. I could take... Yeah, none of the other players here are going to be warranted by QB, so what I could do is take CJ Stroud and take Tank Dell later on in my last pick. I guess we'll see. We could go the Sam Darnold, Rashid Shaheed in this one. Again, that will mean I'm 100% invested in Rashid Shaheed, and I'm pretty highly invested in him already. okay. It's a pretty good move. I'm actually quite impressed. Oh, now I need to give her validation while I'm on the clock. Let's go ahead here and just take Daniel Jones. And I don't mind taking a Keaton Mitchell. We're done at running back here. I didn't need to take 5, but I really am looking back on my Aaron Jones pick and not loving it. And yeah. Now we have 5 more picks here. And we will take another tight end. Mendoza. We may have to reach a little bit for Jacoby. Not really, no. Yeah, not. Again, no one else should be taking Jacoby Brissett, so. She's been texting a lot, which is weird. Now I just gotta get her to fuck this up somehow. I don't play weaker against my girl, as a lot of people would. But yeah, if she takes with her knight, then I take her queen for free, is basically the kind of thing that I'm doing. And also I can even take back with my queen on that if there was somehow no reason. But yeah, I was already making that knight pinned. Now she's losing a pawn. So that was the goal. She's also losing a bishop, I'm realizing now. So I might go f4, take that bishop. It's kind of crazy. Not a single person came in, but that's alright. I want to hit the eyes emoji because that makes it interesting. Hopefully Nikki Mawari still has his pull. Otherwise he's fucking useless to me. Fuck that guy. Nah, actually, I'm sure he's a great person, but we can go for a tight end here on our second pick. These are my best 2 ranked players. And I think we'll just take both of them. Maybe a little bit of a reach, but yeah. Jacoby is at the end of this now. Someone who fell behind at any position may really tear us up here, but I hope not, is basically. But yeah, 6.8k print impressions. It's not that bad, considering how much I post. Kind of bad. King Julian, I love Julian. Yeah, you'd hope that one of these would get me one of you guys in here, but guess not. Guess I don't know. it is pretty hard for someone to click on a profile and then watch your stream. I wouldn't really do that. Yeah, she protects the bishop here, which I'm very surprised she sees like that. I don't know how my TikTok is still getting some views. I think it might have peaked at 126.4K, which is absurd. My next highest is 8,000. Um, okay. It looks like we will be getting Jacoby Brissett, knock on wood. 3 quarterback team, 2 quarterback team. Now this 3 quarterback team, no way. This guy might. This guy probably will. Jaden Daniels. Oh, it's the same guy who took Jaden Daniels away from us. He's gonna do the same thing. Oh my god, thank god. I think this guy just drafted straightly on ADP, which, hey, if you do that, much love to you, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. At receiver here, I wanted to take Tank Dell, but I don't think it matters anymore. We can just take Darnell Mooney, which I guess maybe Darnell Mooney gets slightly more. I think all the Giants receivers might get more reps because Benushevsky is out. Like the 1 or 2 snaps is gone that he would get. Yeah, and then we have the last pick on this draft, so that is always exciting. Let's see what we do here with that. Yeah. But if anyone watches any part of this, hit the comments so I know. Oh my god. I've been thinking about the Twitter verification. I don't really know how worth it is. 50% off though? $4 a month for 2 months? Oh, wait. I just don't use it enough. That's a thing. I like. And I get a verified check mark. And I get paid to post, which I don't think is gonna give me shit, but Like, maybe if it's $4 and I cancel it afterwards, it will mean something. I guess we'll see. I might just do it. What does this guy have? How do I get out of the screen? Okay. Sorry, I'm about to take my last pick in a sec. But this guy has 4,000 posts. He has so many more followers than me, though. Obviously he makes views. Gonna have more followers than me. Scooter Magooter. Like, I don't know how many followers you need to start having for it to matter. But yeah. On the clock. Oh, so it does at least show me that. Oh, let's take Marshawn Lloyd here. I hate 6 running backs, but Marshawn Lloyd might get some real touches. Whoa, I did not realize my face looked that fat. I'm gonna have to do some extra cardio tomorrow. Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, Jacoby Brissett. Again, QB room from hell. But the idea is that by week 10, Daniel Jones should be playing. Jacoby Brissett is going to match out with any insane Trey McBride or Marv game that we have. The fuck is Marv? Yeah. We got Bijan, Brees Hall. Dontavian Wicks doesn't go interesting. No Tyreek at all. I guess Tyreek is fully off boards now because of the whole DJ thing. JCM, Aaron Jones, Keen Mitchell, Marshawn Lloyd. So Bijan Robinson, Brees Hall, and friends, basically. And then we have this like little guy here who, I mean, was already going to be the backup number 1 in Green Bay, but now he is also, he just looks a little bit better. And Chris Brooks is also starting to come up. If you do see Josh Jacobs, I really don't think that they go without hiring or getting another running back, but yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for, I mean, if anyone is hearing me say, that means they've watched at least a little bit. So thank you for watching. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't finish talking about my team. Keen Mitchell comes as a backup. I guess we have so many shitters at running back that I don't hate this. In a 2 tight end team where JCM is our running back 3, like, yeah, I don't hate the Marshawn Lloyd pick. I don't think it would have made us any better to take Dontavian Wicks or Adonai Mitchell. When we have Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, Marv, Makai Lemon. I really like this receiving room a lot more than I think it comes off. We got the 2 tight ends, and basically AJ Barner is just there for week 14, but yeah. I do think that AJ Barner has some insane potential just because that offense is really good, and you do see a few games where he drops 20. So we'll see. There might be a week where I get Trey McBride in my flex, just because of how killer he is. Yeah. That's why I like a little bit about the elite tight end option over the elite quarterback option. You do have the idea of playing them in your flex in some weeks. For instance, a lot of people were probably putting Kyle Pitts and Trey McBride in certain areas. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream or the playback. I will look into doing this a little bit more. Obviously, gotta limit my cash. I will add more cash eventually, obviously, but you know, I think the next time I'm gonna be drafting, every time I'm gonna be drafting, I'm gonna be trying to go